Welcome to Two Geek Debate. We are your hosts, Justin
and Bob.
And yeah, you can see we did some upgrades. We got backdrops running. And yes, we are reversed from the photo, but I don't give a damn.
Oh my God.
What?
No, it's just watching you and me. And then me watching you. It's just creepy.
All right, well, then hit the pause button.
I don't know what that means. Anyway, what are we talking about today, sir?
Well, you have to get your 5 minutes out.
Oh, that's right.
We got either, what is it? Are we still doing 5 minutes Stranger Things?
Oh, yeah, I'm only in episode 4 of season 2. I'm only doing, I only promised to do one episode a week. Although technically we had off last week, I still only watched that one episode.
Well, we were off last week.
One episode per broadcast.
We were off last week because Cox was actually finally fixing our internet. So now we're actually able to stream properly in full HD now. We're in full 1080 now. So, yeah.
Hey, we got a delay too. That means we can curse now.
No,
And
you have
out.
a delay.
Oh. Well, I'll have to watch my language.
No, what? Since when? Since
It's a fairly,
fucking
hey,
when?
now that we are Twitch, we're a family.
No, we're
fun.
not.
I mean, I recommend my nephew to watch this. He's watching this right now.
Well, then your nephew's a fucking idiot, and you're an idiot for suggesting it to him.
My nephew loves you like an uncle.
Well, that's really like not smart.
It's kind of creepy because I don't think he's ever met you.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever met your nephew either.
This episode sucks so hard. Because, okay, what is the rating for Stranger Things? Is it supposed to be, is it supposed to be played on PBS?
Hang on.
Like, is this a Ghost Rider Stranger Things block that they're trying to make?
TV 14.
Okay, 14-year-olds, right? Okay, when I was 14, I'd already watched most of the Friday 13th and Halloweens and Sleepaway Camp.
Because you're a fucking latchkey kid.
No, well, that's not the point. The point is...
Well, the point is you're a latchkey kid. Your parents didn't give a fuck what you did.
Yes, and it was great. Because as a kid, I actually saw violence. It's okay to show a little bit of violence. This show is marketed towards 14-year-olds, but it pulls its punches. Like, okay, perfect
because of what happened with your generation, the newer generations suffer.
Yeah, they're all like old people now. Live in an old people state. Just let your kids watch a slasher film every once in a while. Or, the case in point, what got me so upset about this episode. First of all, he listens to Mr. Baldy's advice and sucks down to the asparagus monster. Will does. Now Will is possessed. Or it's inhabiting him. But okay, every fucking good horror movie that has a kid possessed has that kid killing people. I am waiting, and they're setting it up in this episode too. They're playing like moody music. There's a part where he's at the bathtub that the mom is drawing a bathtub because he's apparently ice cold, although he's still living. He's ice cold, and she's making a warm bath. They play spooky music. He's walking up there. He fully well should have drowned her. Tried to drown her in the fucking tub. He's possessed now. I'm only hoping that eventually Sean Astin, while the mom and Hopper are off running somewhere, Sean Astin comes home to make some tuna fish sandwich and gets a fucking knife in the back. And I hope Will goes, fuck you, Mr. Baldy. Because actually, he should be mad. If all the people that Will should kill, whether he's possessed or not, should be able to, because Sean Astin, oh, it's just a imaginary clown. Mine was Mr. Baldy. You just say that imaginary clown. You just say, no. And so that's what he said to the asparagus monster. He said, no. And you know what the asparagus monster said? Fuck you. I'm taking over your body so we can go kill Sean Astin, and then I promise I'll leave. That's the reason he possessed him. He was going to leave him alone until he saw Sean Astin. He said, fuck that guy. He said, and this is weird. This is the weird thing. He said, this is for Lord of the Rings. And then Will goes,
no, they did not fucking
Will goes,
say that.
The book, you mean? And the asparagus monster said, you'll see, kid, and you'll thank me.
Yeah, okay.
At least that's what I saw. I cannot wait till that episode.
We've already established.
I know he dies.
And we already established that you don't see what you claim to see.
Oh,
I know see what you want to see.
I'm going to see him dead. He dies sometime in the season, and it better be Will with a goddamn steak knife in his back. Because if he just ate by... It's either going to be that, which would be cool, but they're not going to do it because you can't make a kid a murderer. Because why would you... Anyway, it doesn't make any sense. Or what I really want him to die, though, is him to one of those cabbage people to come up, and he's going to go, Mr. Baldy? Because all along, Mr. Baldy's been a cabbage person too, and the audience didn't know it. And you go, no, Mr. Baldy, and that cabbage thing would just eat his head like Dark did Mew Mew. Sorry, Mew Mew. Boom. You kill a cat, but you don't kill Sean Astin? What the fuck am I watching? What the... And okay, that was the aggravating thing. The other half of the episode was fucking disturbing. It's like an episode of goddamn Criminal Minds. Had my nephew been watching this and I just walked in the door, I would turn it off for him and say, hey, you're too young for Criminal Minds. And I go, what do you mean, Uncle Shane? I'm watching Stranger Things. Because fucking Hopper is a pedophile. That's what it looks like in the episode. Had you not known anything about it? He's got a cabin in the middle of nowhere. He's got the
As
rules.
most people who live out in those kind of type of areas do.
He gives her the pedophile rules, just like it's an episode of Criminal Minds. I'm just saying. I know he's not. I'm not even saying he is. I'm saying, had you watched just that episode and him and the scene with her in the cabin, that's straight out of a Criminal Minds episode. There's been 9 or 10 of them by this point. It was just like, holy shit. So, okay, so you got your mature stuff and all that. I just want to see some people die. It's a fucking murder show. Cabbages are supposed to be eating people. People are supposed to be exploding. And once again, they walked into the fucking rift without a guy with a machine gun. Finally, at the end, some guy came out with a flamethrower. I think he was just pissed. He said, enough of this bullshit. I'm coming in armed. And he starts killing some of that cabbage. Because apparently that cabbage is building tunnels underneath the town. Which is actually kind of cool, but it takes 15 minutes to figure that out and a whole bunch of boring-ass drawing bullshit.
No, it takes you 15 minutes as the viewer to figure it out.
He's drawing and drawing and drawing, and I already figured out it's a puzzle. In fact, my note says, it's a puzzle, idiot. But 10 minutes later, they finally go, wait a minute. This looks like a puzzle. And they put it together, and then somehow, I don't know how. That's why Hopper's the man. Hopper figures out, fuck, these are tunnels. Let me go dig underground. Goddamn, there's tunnels under the city. There's nothing from looking at that piece of paper that should have told him that. But that's why Hopper's the king. And the only other thing about this episode that aggravates me is Max's bigger brother / father, who looks like a 40-year-old.
Oh, you mean the Red Ranger?
Is that what he is?
In the Power Rangers.
I will never watch that show.
No, not the show. In the shitty movie that came out a couple years ago, the reboot movie that Hasbro did.
Oh, he was the evil angel.
No, he was the Red Ranger.
Yeah, but wasn't he the Ranger that betrayed everybody?
No. Nobody betrayed anybody in the movie.
Yeah, he did.
Not in the movie.
James Vanderbeek?
Not your shitty James Vanderbeek bullshit that doesn't exist. That's not an official fucking movie. That's called a fan film.
That damn well should have been. That is the best fanfic next to Star Trek. The Journey Continues, whatever the fuck that one's called, the one that they shut down. Star Wars fucking shut that down, or somebody shut it down. Oh, no, that's right. It was other Star Trek people. Anyway, that was a fucking great show. But, no, I can't say.
I mean, you know that one got shut down because they were trying to make money on it, right?
No, that one, it got shut down because another one with the guy from Alien Nation, a TV show, was trying to make some bullshit film. Whereas these guys... They're perfectly fine. These guys...
If you're talking about the one that was on YouTube that was like, they'd release an episode like every 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that one because they were trying to make money on it.
No, it was something... It was a whole nother one that got them in trouble.
Well, then you were thinking of two different ones.
No, I'm talking... The one with the guy from Alien Nation. The good cop from Alien Nation. He played some kind of ambassador. That's the one that got everybody knocked down. These guys, on the Journey Continues, they built the set and everything. They were doing perfectly fine by themselves. And it almost looked like a Star Trek Season 5.
Yeah, and they tried to make money on it, and that's why that one got shut down.
No, they got shut down because...
No, because you cannot get shut down for a fan film.
They got shut down after they did the guidelines where they couldn't even do 45-minute episodes anymore. You're not allowed to even make a 10-minute film now because of those other Star Trek people. The Star Treks of Algernon. They were trying to make a motion picture. They had the Vulcan from Voyager. They had the guy from Alien. And they're the ones who started everything, got everything shut down to only 10 minutes apiece now. You're lucky if you get that. So you can't have...
That's not how fan films work. If you're making a fan project at all, fan show, fan film, whatever, you cannot make money on it. You can make it as long or as short as you want. But if you, as soon as you try to make money on it, that is when everybody's lawyers jump down your throat and get you shut down.
I know, but you're blaming the wrong people.
How am I blaming the wrong people?
It wasn't that show that was trying to make money off of it.
Let
me see.
That's the show that got shut down. I know that show got shut down
because of. Let me look it up real quick. I don't even know where it is now. Very first Star Trek fan film ever to be shut down by studio lawyers.
Yeah, J.J. Abrams and CBS send their lawyers to shut down Star Trek fan film.
Oh, that's something from 1974.
This is from 10 years ago. A few weeks ago, we told you about the plan of the Star Trek fans over at Star Trek Phase 2 to film the script for He Walked Among Us, a recently uncovered lost Star Trek TOS episode, original series episode. Should have been just fine. They've made fan films out of old Trek scripts before. It's all not for profit, and Trek rights holders at CBS have never cared. But that was before J.J. Abrams got control of the franchise. Now CBS has sent their lawyers to shut them down. So the main issue that comes up with this, before I even read further, I guarantee you, is because they're using scripts that CBS technically owns the rights to. Because all the scripts that were written but never filmed, CBS owns.
When was that? What year was that?
This is 10 years ago, so 2011.
Yeah, 10 years ago, those people weren't even around yet. The one I'm talking about, is from 2017. It's called Anaxar, AXANAR. They actually went to court because they crowdfunded $1 million to make it.
Yeah, that's getting profit.
Yeah, they shut them down. Mm-hmm. Then they limited everybody to a certain number of minutes you can make the film, and then that's when Star Trek: The Journey Continues. There's two Journey Continues. There's one that looks really good, and there's one with the fat McCoy. Maybe you're talking about the one with the fat McCoy. But
I'm talking about the one that was where the captain was played by fucking shitty Vic Mignola.
Well, they didn't do anything wrong. They were the ones that got shut down after Anaxar got their asses kicked. Vic Mignola, is that his real name?
Yeah, the dude from fucking Full Metal Alchemist who's a fucking scumbag pervert.
How is he not more of a... because he's a...
Scumbag pervert.
Okay, I didn't know he was a Full Metal Alchemist. I didn't know he did anything other than this.
No, he's the voice of... He was like one of Funimation's big voices until everything came out.
Well, must not hurt him too much. He's in the Ruby cartoons.
No, he was. That's old news now. He got fired. He was
2019.
Rooster Teeth were the first ones to fire his ass.
Okay, that was way back in 2019.
That's still 2 years ago.
I know.
Well, 3 years ago.
You're talking about like 10 years ago.
No, the first thing I pulled up was 10 years ago.
They're not even crediting him for. Oh, there we go. Star Trek Continues started.
So I'm still looking through this.
Yeah, no, they didn't even start till 2012.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. It doesn't say anything in this article about Star Trek Axanar that it forced limitations on anything.
Yeah, a U.S. court judge decided against them, and then
against them,
and then they started doing. Let me see. I know it's because of this, because Star Trek Journey Continues was doing something a month before this court case came up, so they were still doing stuff all the way up until I don't know when he became a scumbag. What? Why is he a scumbag? What did he do?
Oh, he's alleged diddler.
Oh.
And he has multiple sexual assault allegations from coworkers.
So there's another Kevin Spacey where he makes good shit, but now I gotta feel guilty because I watch it. That sucks.
I mean, he's just a piece of shit. And the thing is, I've always known he was a piece of shit. But it just confirmed it years later after I already knew how bad he fucking was.
Oh, okay, so I didn't know what. Was he a Cosby and just nobody gave a shit till now?
He played the I Found God card. And everyone just kind of brushed everything under the rug.
Let's see. The guidelines were enacted in 2016 because of Anaxanar. Or however the hell you say.
But who enacted it?
Paramount themselves.
So Paramount put
CBS
out official.
Paramount suddenly issued really strict guidelines for fan films.
They put out their own guidelines for it, but that doesn't. But just because CBS says, "Hey, these are what we're going to allow you to do," doesn't mean that that's all you can do. That is just Paramount doing damage control to try and scare people away from doing their own fan works. A fan work, so long as you are bringing in $0 and you are not you're not like retelling like Star Wars TOS Episode 4 with new actors, you're generally considered covered.
Yeah, well,
it's like how it's basically
so now
why
I'm thinking that based on your new information, because he's a child diddler, that's probably why they canceled it.
That's why that particular one that had him in it got
sucks. Fucking amazing.
We'll see. So with that particular one,
make a new Kirk. Was it in his living room or something? Are they?
He was
him?
He was the quote unquote draw for the series, and he's just a complete piece of shit, and nobody wants to work with him
had
anymore.
no idea who he even was. My draw to the series is being a huge TOS fan, and the production value and everything. It looked like it came straight out of the 1960s. They had the complete set and everything, and well, apparently, okay, he's a.
Because I mean, so Disney, we all know Disney is like super fucking protective of everything they own copyright wise. But even Disney knows that they could put out regulations all they want based on like, oh, Marvel fan films can only be like 10 minutes long or only use some X characters or whatever.
Yeah.
But
in 2016 they really started caring.
CBS and Viacom cared.
Yeah.
But they still can't legally do anything about it because they can't because of the way fair use works.
Yeah, well, no, in 2019 Anaxar lost their $1 million.
Yeah, and Anaxar did because they were openly asking for money to fund this project, which is taking in money in exchange for doing this work.
But why can't
that's where they got fucked.
I don't see why they can't take the $1 million, make the movie, and then if they had any extra stuff, I don't know, donate it to a pet charity.
Because
and have physical proof on paper. Because they're not making any money off of it?
Because you can fudge those numbers. You can fudge your production costs. Yes, you can.
Well, then they need to... J.J. Abrams needs to get off his ass and start making a good Star Trek film.
I mean, at the time is when they were actively having J.J. Abrams do the fucking films. And the films were meh at best.
The first one was good.
I liked the first one. Then they decided to rehash Wrath of Khan for no fucking reason.
And then the third one was fucking amazing, but by then it was too late. Nobody gave a shit.
Yeah, because they redid Wrath of Khan and fucked it up. Like me and you both, when that first trailer dropped, we both went, "This is Wrath of Khan."
Oh no, I already told you a story about that. They fucking
yeah, because they put it on the fucking
computer. The trailer. Like if you're watching on your phone or something, you wouldn't have caught it.
Yeah, but if you're watching on any moderately sized screen, you see that it's Khan.
Yeah,
yeah, and we both went when we both saw that it was Wrath of Khan. Like I called it was Wrath of Khan before you even pointed out that the name was on the computer screen.
And poor Mickey got screwed again. First he got screwed by Rose and Doctor Who. And then he finally gets a big Hollywood movie. He's like, oh my God, this is Mickey from Doctor Who.
Wait, he was in Star Trek?
He dies in the first 5 minutes. He's the one that sets off the ring bomb in the very beginning.
Of which one?
Of the second.
Okay, so the one I never saw.
It starts off with him walking up, taking off some kind of technological ring, and then the whole building just implodes, like gets destroyed.
Yeah, that's pretty shitty for Mickey.
But I'm just saying.
It's like, he's a good actor. I like him. Yeah. He's funny.
He barely had any time in it, but say it was like a huge hit. Like 15 Oscars, and everybody loves it. Even though he's in it for that 3 minutes or whatever, he can carry that forever. I've been part of an Oscar-worthy film. But no, he got stuck with the bad one.
Oh, okay. Here's, actually just came across something from today that I didn't spot earlier. Brendan Frazier is joining the cast of Batgirl as Firefly.
Yeah, I saw that one earlier.
Yeah, it just came.
No, I just saw the headline.
Like, I'm just glad that people are finally respecting that Brendan Frazier needs work.
It just shows you how convoluted the whole thing's become, though. I first saw Firefly. I saw Batman.
And
then I saw Firefly, and still in my mind, I'm like, are they remaking the show? I wasn't thinking that Firefly, a villain that's been around since the 60s, that's who they were talking about. I instantly went to Nathan Fillion was sick or something, and Brendan Fraser's taking over for him. That's where my brain was going. So I got briefly excited for a second, but I don't know if are they ever going to make that Batgirl film?
Probably not.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Probably not.
They still have a lot. I mean, they had one win with Suicide Squad, 2 if you count
Well,
Wonder Woman
the
84.
Suicide Squad was a good one.
Yeah, Wonder
That
Woman
was their
84
win.
I loved, but everybody hates that one.
Wait,
I
which
don't
one
know
from
why.
84?
Wonder Woman in 1984. It was like it was a living cartoon. That was
I
great about it.
still have no intention of watching that one.
It's worth watching. Just if you take it as it's supposed to be, it's a 80s cartoon. It's a 80s Sunday morning or Saturday morning cartoon come to life.
And for me, by the
thing you
time
gotta
they
look past is the fact that she's raping that dude. But if you look past that, then it's good. And for some reason, women have. Nobody's really cared about that.
I don't know, because maybe you're seeing it differently than other people.
No, everybody sees it the same way. It's basically she wishes for Steve Trevor to come back to life. He takes over the dude's body, and they're even doing a quantum leap where everybody sees the dude, but if you look in the mirror, it's Chris Pine.
Oh, jeez.
And they get it on for like a week before the world goes to shit, and then she finally says, "Oh, I gotta have to stop having sex now and save the world." And then, see, the fucked up thing is, Chris Pine goes to help her. So you've got videos and everything of this dude saving the fucking world. As the audience sees Chris Pine, but it's really this dude's face. And it's like, that dude should be ultra famous, but all that happens at the end, he wakes up like he's taking a 2-week nap. And they almost do, and you got to give him credit for this, at least. They do it at the end where he meets up with her, like randomly somehow, and she looks over at him, and he says hello, but in his mind, he's like, oh yeah, this beautiful woman or whatever. And she's just like, I gotta go, and she walks off because obviously she's not going to explain 2 weeks, a year down the road when they're married. Oh yeah, for 2 weeks I had sex with you, you don't remember it. Oh, is that why everybody say what happened to me that 2 weeks? Is that why we're on fucking social media? I don't remember going to Iran, but I guess I did. So it's a little complicated in that way. I'm just hoping that maybe all the wishes destroyed social media for those 2 weeks.
All right, so before we get into like my list of what the fuck this week, we have a question from the community.
Okay.
And I love the question. I'm only presenting it because it's two things you don't really like are ingrained in this.
Oh, wait, in my defense, there's a lot of stuff I don't like, but
No, these are two that we have
20%
specifically gone in.
80% of my life, I like a lot of shit. It's just I don't talk about it because I got nothing to talk about. That's good. Discussion over. Big Lebowski, great movie. So, there's nothing to discuss.
So, the question from the community comes from Greg. Could the gang from Always Sunny in Philadelphia,
love that show,
great show, beat Darth Maul, but the emphasis in the question is that the Always Sunny gang are using Home Alone style tactics against Darth Maul, who is oblivious to the fact that Home Alone exists and that these are those tactics?
Oh yeah, definitely, because they are the most amoral motherfuckers. They will kill him and smoke a cigarette on his dead body. Using his lightsaber.
I agree. Especially if Charlie goes to his safe space.
That is for the win. They always win. Except for that one time when they danced at the prom. That pissed me off so much. Because they do such a great dance thing, and I'm just thinking, look at the TV show. They're pulling it off. Mm-hmm. And I rooted for them because even though they're amoral trash, you still, for some reason, feel for them.
They're charming.
No, they should be. They are pedophiles and rapists that should be thrown in jail. No, okay. Well, no, actually.
I'll give you D, maybe.
No, Frank is probably pedophile in Charlie. And,
wasn't it revealed that Charlie was his kid?
They've never come out and said it yet. And then, who's the main bad guy? Not Mac, the other guy.
Dennis?
Dennis is
the
a
psychopath
straight-up rapist. He's proven that plenty of times. They had one episode where he has a escape room scenario for his bedroom. And it was funny because D escaped it, and she's the only one that's ever escaped it, he said. And then there's the whole thing about the boat rules, that if you're out at sea and you run out of gas, well, you got to do it. You got nowhere to run.
God.
This is straight from the show.
Yeah, no, the show is not right by any means. The show is very fucked up.
That's why it's weird, because he's so great in AP Bio. Because AP Bio...
he's basically just playing lighter Dennis.
Yeah, he's a scumbag in it. That's why I like it. That's why I love AP Bio. And And it's better than goddamn MODOK. Thank you, Patton Oswalt, for making something I want to watch.
Ugh, yeah,
And
MODOK
then,
is so trash.
What was he? Oh, and then the other weird thing is he's in a season of ER. And when I did my ER rewatch, I'm like, yeah, this is great. What's going to happen with this guy? And he plays it for comedy, too, most of the time.
Okay.
He's still serious. But then he just fucking disappears. He disappears after a helicopter comes crashing down the sky and kills a whole bunch of people. And then he says something about, I've got asthma, and you never fucking see him again. And it's just so weird. I don't know if it went from there to Sunny in Philadelphia, what happened to his character, but it's just so strange. But when you're first watching, like, nobody gives a shit. Like, who is this guy? He wasn't anybody at that time. He wasn't, what's his face yet?
Yeah, he wasn't known.
Yeah.
So there you go, Greg. There's the answer to your question on if the Always Sunny gang can beat this shit out of Darth
they will
Maul.
kill Darth Maul and they will put him up as a scarecrow until he rots.
He would become the new sign for Patty's Pub.
Exactly.
So, okay, you work at a comic shop.
I think I do, yes.
So what the fuck is up with Image only doing single runs of their comics now? Are they just going to increase print volume to cover demand? They're not doing second and third runs anymore.
Second and third runs of what? You mean trade paperbacks?
No, the Image is just not doing second and third runs of comics anymore.
What do you mean, like
how you get like second printing, third printing?
Oh.
They're just doing one release, done. They may do like trade paperbacks, like collected volumes, but they're only releasing like one run of comics.
Good, because it's getting to be more and more bullshit. All of these, because what the companies do is they'll put out so many, and they don't put out enough, so they do a second and third and fourth and fifth printing. Like Star Wars High Republic, I think it's up to 8 printings now. It's like enough already. Just print more. And the more printings you get, the more those become worth more than the originals. Because they only put out, because see, the problem is they only put out like, 50,000.
Like each batch will get smaller and smaller.
Yeah, and it's like, what's the point?
Well, like
I'm glad the Image is doing
like I see the need for continual run printing, but so long as it's not getting to like what you're describing, where they're releasing them in such scant quantities that now the like 8th printing has more value than the first run.
Well, first of all, Image is losing as far as
well, Image has always been losing.
They're putting out. Well, no, they were top for a while with Walking Dead and all that, but now it's like everybody's excited about Boom and Dynamite and all that. But here's the thing: Image may not do second printings, but almost every one of their titles are like 5-issue storylines.
Yeah, they do short form,
short storylines,
contained story.
All their trade paperbacks start off as $10 compared to the 15 to 25, depending which one you're getting. So they make it economically viable if you got Books A Million anywhere, which we don't. You'd be able to find it for $10. You can find stuff like
we have Barnes and Noble.
Yeah, Barnes and Noble. They got a bad selection. Books A Million was like, they were a comic book shop that just happened to have.
Yeah, but Books A Million also just had way too much stock, and they can never move it.
Exactly.
That was Books A Million's
You could walk
problem.
in there and you could pick up something from 10 years ago.
Yeah,
10
but they've been holding on to it for 10 fucking years, and they've been losing money on it for 10 fucking years.
Say, I want my High Hate Fairyland Volume 1 that's been out of print for years. Oh, there it is.
That's not a good business practice.
I don't care if it's a good business practice. Fucking load it up. Load it the fuck up and just sell them when I need them.
Yeah, that's called Amazon, dude.
No, that is called real life digital. Because all you millennials love that digital. Oh, I got to read it on the computer. I got to read it on my phone. Fuck that. Now, but Books A Million was my real life digital. I could walk in. Oh, I want something. Walk in and I pick up the exact one I needed, and I could walk out with it. But it was in dead trees. That's what I want. I want dead trees when I'm reading my thing. I don't want dead pixelites.
Jesus Christ.
I don't want bitcoins making up my comics.
What? That's not even how it fucking works.
They make something, those stupid NFTs.
Yeah,
which
NFTs are just so fucking stupid.
They made NFTs for comics now.
Yeah, I know, because everyone's trying to cash in on the NFT trend, but NFTs are not going to be around for long.
But no, I'll give the NFTs at least a compliment. They reprint the entire issue, so you can sit there and read the issue. But nobody's reading it. Everybody's just trading them.
Yeah, because that's all it's set up for. It's more of a fake currency than Bitcoin.
Yeah. And
Bitcoin is already a fake currency.
Well, the more and more that stuff happens, the more and more I want to go into the desert and bury my gold. The only thing that's stopping me is one, we're nowhere near a desert, and I don't know. I wouldn't go into a swamp because there's too many rhinos and grouperloos in there that's going to get my ass. So I would have to go to a desert. And number two, though, the main thing that's stopping me, the only real thing that's stopping me, is I've got no gold.
I agree with chat. I would do paperback if wallet permitted it. Yeah, and that's another thing that comes up. And it's actually in a lot of cases the reverse of that, especially with movies. Movies and TV shows and whatnot, it is actually more expensive to buy the digital than to just go out and buy the DVD set.
Yeah.
And that's so fucking annoying to me. Because I don't know if you remember, like I know you remember the transition, but the justification like the music industry tried to use when they transferred from cassette to DVD, or to CD, sorry. And they were like, oh, it costs more because the new equipment we had to buy, blah, 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 blah. But then the price never went down.
Yeah.
They gave the initial justification of, oh, it's going to cost you a couple bucks more because we got to pump millions of dollars into the infrastructure and the equipment to make the CDs. But then when we can burn the CDs at home for, you know, what, $2 a disc maybe? This shit still should have come down so dramatically from $20 a CD to about 10 to 15.
But see, you get people like me that are too lazy to learn technology.
Yeah.
And I don't mind buying digital because I did it for fucking Venom.
Well, because like my thing is,
but I mean, here's my problem with digital. Just like with the
you don't own it
discussion we had before, is you don't get your bonus shit. What is the point of buying anything digital
on Amazon? With Amazon, you do, depending on how it works. Because, like, if you buy it from disc, like, I had to buy Ghostbusters 1 and 2 again on Blu-ray so I can get the digitals. Because otherwise, I'm paying $15 a pop.
Why did you buy that?
What do you mean, why did I buy this?
You already had it.
No, I don't. I don't have Ghostbusters 1 and 2 anymore. It got lost.
Oh, okay.
So I had to buy...
No, you were buying it for just the movie, though, right?
Yeah. No, I was buying it...
You don't give a shit about any of that stuff on the back.
No, I've seen all the extra features on Ghostbusters.
That could have new ones.
No, they don't. Okay, so here we go. I'll read you the special features for just Ghostbusters 1.
None of that's new?
You got Who You Gonna Call, a Ghostbusters Retrospective, there's fucking like 8,000 retrospectives on YouTube.
I'm watching it.
Of course you are. Roundtable discussion with Ivan Reitman and Dan Aykroyd. Who the fuck cares?
Me?
No, it's the same discussion they've had for 35 fucking years.
You are not a true movie fan like me, sir.
Ooh, they put the Ghostbusters music video back on the disc.
Yeah,
that was on the original prints of the DVD. They took it out in the combo packs. They just decided to put it back in for the Blu-ray.
I'm just saying.
That's not new.
I'm more upset that you're buying the Blu-ray and not caring about the bonus stuff.
Poster art gallery.
Oh, I love those.
I've seen all the poster art.
Great.
I've seen all the poster art. I don't need to see it again on the fucking Blu-ray.
You're saying if they would have added something new that you hadn't watched before, you'd watch it?
Yeah.
And I call bullshit on that because you don't watch the bonus stuff.
For shit that I truly love, like Ghostbusters, this is one of my go-to fucking
you like
series.
Critters #1?
I like Critters. I don't love Critters like I love fucking Ghostbusters.
When we watch Critters #1,
because I don't love Critters like I love Ghostbusters.
You had a block-wide blackout because you were doing something that you've never done before. You watched that bonus stuff. I was watching it all. I'm sorry. I know you were aggravated because I was like, here's something else.
Yeah, because I fucking hate... I don't need to see the behind the scenes shit that I already know.
The movie's an hour and a half. The bonus stuff, we were up to about an hour, and then your block said, fuck it, and just shut down the power. Not a thunderstorm in sight. No reason. It just,
that's just fucking Demco, dude.
That's just shit like, that's some kind of safety thing.
No, that's fucking
Somebody's
Demco.
monitoring your ass going, wait a minute. He's been watching bonus stuff for an hour. I think something's wrong. I think I made it out before the SWAT team hit. Because they were coming to check on you. I need that bonus stuff. That is the whole reason I fucking love Blu-ray.
Certain bonus shit is good. Like, if you give me, like, here's what Critter should have put on the behind-the-scenes shit. The bonus feature stuff that I would have watched. The making of the puppets. You know who actually released that? The fucking designer of the puppets released it on YouTube because it never hit the fucking DVDs because nobody gave a fuck.
Who doesn't give a... They're making the bonus features for people like me that...
Yeah, the fucking studio didn't give a fuck. That's why they didn't put it on there.
I don't know.
That's why I hate bonus features. We've had a bonus features discussion before.
I know.
They took out the fucking Easter eggs, which was the best part of bonus features, where you had to hunt around in the menu screen for that little hidden icon, hit it, and it's like some fucking new thing that they never released or only released one time, and you never saw it again.
That's why you got to get in the forums and say, fuck, what is this?
No.
They actually used
Fucking
to have.
Stoney's not going to listen.
No, they used to have a bonus features for 'em.
Yeah, used
I forget
to.
what it was
before
called.
they did away with the Easter egg shit.
I'm probably the third person who found it, and I'm the only person who talked on it. All I remember is you used to be able to look up what the bonus features were, and you'd be able to comment on it and all that. And that lasted for about a year, and I think they just gave up on it. It's on the internet somewhere. I forget what it was called. It was so long ago. Back before these fucking smartphones that I don't need anymore. I'm just saying, if I get a Blu-ray or something, that shit better be packed to the fucking gills. You don't buy a Dune Blu-ray and get... I don't think they gave me the trailer. I think they just gave me the fuck you.
Well, there's also...
It was literally Kyle MacLachlan going, fuck you.
Well, that's also another problem with physical media now. You have the fucking Walmart $3 and $5 bin for DVD and Blu-ray respectively.
Yeah.
And that's all that's on those discs is the movie. Those discs do not give you bonus features. So there are multiple different versions of what you can buy. This was only $10 on fucking Amazon. And it's got...
How's that fucking possible? Is Blu-ray that... You telling me that HD stuff is actually winning the war now? Blu-ray's out?
Blu-ray's been won the war.
No, there's an HD one that's better than Blu-ray now.
No.
Yeah.
Talking about that 4K, which is still Blu-ray?
Yeah, the 4K.
4K is still Blu-ray. Well, it's just a high-capacity Blu-ray.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not the way they play it on the packaging. They play it on the packaging like something totally different.
Like, unless you're...
Because they'll even say on the packaging, and it comes with the Blu-ray.
Yeah. Because it's just an expanded Bluray disc for a 4K
Oh, but
player.
I had no idea.
It's just 4K.
It's the same company?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. It's
not like when high def video was coming out and there was 4 different formats. The 2 that we know because they were in the lead was HD DVD, which was fucking stupid name, and Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And it was just like the wars of VHS versus Betamax. It was whatever.
Blu-ray kicked their ass and then they got lazy.
No, that's just it. HD DVD was winning until Disney.
Thank you, Disney.
But the thing is, the HD DVDs initially were better than Blu-ray.
Better how? It's just a better syncing.
They had higher capacity. They had more features on them.
I'll give you features, but I could care less how it looks. You give me a VHS copy of something, I'll watch it. No. And I won't matter.
The lowest grade I'll go is DVD. Features. Lowest grade I'll go is DVD for quality.
I used to have a huge collection.
Case in point, I just watched my Scooby-Doo Blu-ray again. The live-action Scooby-Doo.
I thought you didn't like the live-action Scooby-Doo.
No, I love the live-action Scooby-Doos. The first 2 movies.
Do you like live-action Scooby-Doo?
With the exception of one part.
What if I told you? I'm not getting into that discussion. What if I told you there's a TV show that combines the best of the unmasking with some of the actors from the Scooby-Doo movie?
What the fuck are you talking about?
The Masked Singer.
Fuck the Masked Singer. No, fuck you.
This is not a spoiler.
No, I don't want to hear anything about the Masked Singer. Fuck the Masked Singer. Quit bringing that shit into my show. It's going to have
Freddie Prinze Jr. on it.
I don't care.
He hasn't shown up yet, but he's gonna. And it'll be like a Scooby-Doo moment.
No, it's not. It is not going to be like a Scooby-Doo moment.
That whole show is based off Scooby-Doo.
No, it's not. It's based off of a Korean show where fucking Ryan Reynolds went on with a paper mask and was fucking unveiled as Ryan fucking Reynolds.
Yeah, and they got the idea from Scooby-Doo. I mean, every time they unmask somebody, I expect the person to go, I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for these meddling kids.
What?
That's what
that's
the standard Scooby-Doo thing.
Yeah, the old school Scooby-Doo, yeah.
They don't do that in the new one? What's the point?
That's like there hasn't been a new Scooby-Doo thing that I've wanted to watch in years.
Oh, but there's still been... That's their catchphrase. They can never get rid of that.
No, they can. No. They do. Yeah.
No.
Dude, none of the Scooby-Doo movies have used it since like 1996.
Not even Scoob?
No, Scoob. I think Scoob only used it in the first catch when they were kids.
Yeah. That was it. You just need one. You don't need it every single time. That'd be stupid. You just need it one per film.
But Scoob, I think, also isn't doing what they said they were going to do, because Scoob was supposed to set up a connected Hanna-Barbera universe.
I don't believe that anymore when they say shit like that.
Well, no, the whole ending sequence was nothing but showing all the other properties that were existing.
Just like Van Helsing's in The Mummy, because here comes the dark Universal monster.
No, the Dark Universal thing was gonna start with the Dracula reboot, but that failed. So they're like, "Oh, we're gonna start it with the Mummy reboot," and
No,
that
Wolfman, I
fucking
think,
failed.
was part of it too.
No, Wolfman
with
was
With Benicio del
rumored
Toro.
to be a part of it, but that one they weren't going to connect because it was a in studio but out of studio type thing, kind of like when Disney did Black Hole. They didn't do it under the Disney banner; they did it under ABC or whatever it was.
Oh, okay.
But it's still a Disney property.
Yeah.
That's how the Wolfman played out.
Anyway. I don't know why people hate
All of the monster movies they tried to do recently
people
failed.
went crazy over that stupid ass Invisible Man that I haven't watched yet. In my defense, I haven't watched.
There was a newer Invisible Man after.
Yeah, by the guys who screw up all the horror films. What are they? Blumhouse.
Blumhouse has been on a roll lately, though.
Yeah, with Invisible Man.
No, Blumhouse has like 8 movies on Netflix right now.
Yeah, maybe the newer stuff is working, but whenever they touch an old property.
Well, that's like saying the Asylum isn't good, even if you just go by the old shit.
They screwed up Friday 13th, according to other people, because I happen to like that one. But apparently, if you see him actually do calisthenics or whatever the fuck they were yammered about, it takes away the mystery of it. I don't know.
No, like I can see that,
and that's everybody. Ooh, he moved.
No, because I've seen the remake, and he's literally fucking sprinting.
So what? So he's getting a little bit of exercise.
Well, no, because here's where it fucked up. Because canonically speaking, like in canon, fucking Jason Voorhees is a Deadite in canon. The final film, Jason Goes to Hell, right before Jason X and all that. They were like racking their brains trying to figure out a way to finally explain why he went from being just some kid who drowned to this supernatural, unstoppable killing machine. Basically going from freaky little kid to 6 foot tall, fucking serial killing supernatural zombie. So they literally went to the set of Evil Dead 2. Like, the parts of the set were still around, this, that, the other.
It's just a shack in the woods.
They took the Evil Dead Necronomicon. They took the Evil Dead Kandarian dagger. And that was the explanation they gave. They gave...
Oh, no, that's not Jason X. That's Jason Friday.
Yeah, no, Jason before Jason X. It was Jason Goes to Hell.
Friday then, or whatever that was.
Jason Goes to Hell. Was the one that they did that in.
Yeah. And that's the one where they ripped off the actor from the TV show and he was running around with the Necronomicon. Yeah,
whatever. Yeah, so you have the Necronomicon.
It's Friday 13th, the TV show, which is canon.
No, the TV shows are not canon.
The last episode has the haunted hockey mask. It ties in.
My story's better.
No.
So you got... he's canonically a Deadite. Because Mama Voorhees used the Necronomicon to give her son life again.
They've got super speed.
Yeah, and that's just it. They literally can teleport. That was why they...
Wait. Which one are you watching where they teleport?
The Deadites teleport all the time. When you see the camera zoom, that's a Deadite teleporting and flying around.
Is it?
Yes.
No, that's like his point. I've never seen.
No, it's a point of view. He used that point of view camera.
Flying at you.
But that's
not teleporting.
That's a form of.
This is not Stargate. You don't get to see the teleportation stream. That's just him flying. That's why.
It's the same.
If they were teleporting, then why is Bruce Campbell looking all scared? Because if they haven't shown up yet, what's he looking at? He's looking at when they are not in a physical form. They are just a fog. He's reacting to literally just a scary fog chasing him. Oh, then he's a pussy.
No, because he saw what the scary fog did to his friends.
No, the very
he
first
knows
time
what
he saw
happens.
That scary fog, he was like, if I saw a scary fog for the first time, I'd be, what the fuck? It's a fog?
If you're walking outside and you see suddenly a tendril of fog form up and come zooming right at you, you're not going to be like, what the fuck? You're not going to be a common shit.
In real life, I'd be going, what the fuck is that? And then I'd be dead.
And he's seen that shit happen to his friends, or he's smarter than you and goes, oh shit, that's not normal. Let me get the fuck out of here.
I don't know.
So the new fucking...
Where is this established? It's not established in any of the films. There's never fog in any one of those films. Ever.
The fuck there's not. There's fog all over those fucking films.
But it's never been established that they're a deadite coming at you in fog. That's never been announced.
You really,
I
for someone who loves
them all.
For someone who loves special features and interviews and shit,
yeah,
you need to watch more concerning Evil Dead and Army of Darkness.
I guess maybe he's pulling the Blade Runner bullshit just like Ridley Scott did.
I mean, you can't argue with the people who create the material that
you
you're.
can.
No, you can't.
You can definitely argue with Blade. You can, if you can argue with Ridley Scott, you can argue with Sam Raimi.
I don't argue with Ridley Scott. I hate Blade Runner, but I agree with what he said.
No, that's after 30 years it's been out. All of a sudden, he changed the script.
No, he
that's
didn't change the script. 30
years later, all of a sudden, Han Solo is shot by Greedo.
No, that is just changing the scene. There's a difference in changing a scene and explaining how the shit works.
Greedo wins. Greedo shoots Han Solo. Han Solo's dead in the first movie.
Good. Makes
no sense. Affects the entire fucking franchise.
But again, that's changing the scene, not explaining what everybody has gotten wrong for 30 years.
Harrison Ford's not a replicant.
Yeah, he is.
I haven't seen the sequel yet where they probably will say that just because Ridley Scott probably paid him $5 to do it. I haven't seen that yet. So maybe it's established that Ryan Gosling meets Deckard the replicant. But I still don't believe the fog thing. I never... Now, I haven't watched all of Ash vs. Evil Dead yet. I still got to catch 2 more seasons. So maybe somewhere in there, I just don't... I'm saying on film. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying on film, there's no indication of that. It's always just been... In my mind, it's just a dude flying at you. That's why he's scared. He's looking at, holy shit.
The Deadites
my dead grandmother is bleeding maggots and she's flying at me.
The Deadites do not have a physical form until they possess a host.
Yeah, well.
That has been canon since day one when it was only a fucking college film.
Then I'm sorry, Bruce Campbell, but that the first time he meets the Deadites, he's a pussy then. First time he meets a Deadite, he doesn't know what it is. It's just some fog coming at him.
Yeah. If I see a fucking tendril of fog coming at me, I'm freaked the fuck out. I'm probably running away. I'm a coward.
Like that. First of all, I can't run away.
So well, sucks to be you.
Anyway, the point is, what were we talking about before that? There's a reason you brought it up before we got into
it. Oh, because you were talking about the Friday the 13th remake by Blumhouse.
Oh. Yeah, I always just figured that he climbed up in trees or some shit.
No,
because in the originals he always just showed no matter how fast they ran, no matter where they went, he would always be in front of them. He even did that during Manhattan
because he has supernatural teleportation.
Yeah, but I can buy the teleporting from one spot to the other. I can't buy that whole fog bullshit.
Well, that's a Deadite issue, not a Jason issue.
Well, no, but that was the same thing.
Yeah, canonically, Jason is a Deadite. Yeah. But, like, that's why there was the setup with that. Like, that whole thing was the beginning of the setup of what was supposed to become Freddy versus Jason versus Ash.
Well, Bud Bundy not kicked his ass anyway and sent him to hell. Or whoever that actor is. He looks like an adult Bud Bundy, which Bud Bundy was a kid at the time.
So, yes, Jason gets killed, the mask lands on the grass, and fun trivia fact, the hand in the glove that pulls the mask down, the hand in the Freddy glove, is Kane Hodder.
Oh.
So, Jason...
I thought you were going to say it was...
England?
Yeah, because he'll do anything for a sandwich.
No, so it's...
Come on, look at his film career. Nowadays
he just does what he wants.
Hey, we need you to come over here and go. Rawr. Okay, you got my ham sandwich, extra mayo? Yes, we do, Mr. England. All right.
No, he does it for his paycheck. He gets his paycheck and walks away.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying. He's like the Malcolm McDowell of movies now. Malcolm McDowell used to be like a huge actor, and everybody's like, shit, Malcolm McDowell's in this movie? And then I think his career died right around the Mark Hamill Starfighter movie, whatever the fuck that thing was. Based on the video game Wing Commander.
Oh, yeah, Wing Commander.
Yeah, Mark Hamill and Malcolm McDowell went down with Wing Commander.
It could be argued that Mark Hamill, for movies anyways, was gone way before that.
I know, but I was just trying to throw him a bone that he was still a movie star.
He didn't need to be at that point. He had fucking Joker.
I'll give you Mark Hamill one thing. Well, this is way before Joker. Or was
No, it
it?
wasn't. Wing
Oh,
Commander was well into the run of Batman
okay.
the animated series.
Well, for the years, he never pulled a Natalie Portman. I don't remember reading an interview where he ever regretted being Luke or regretted being
no,
typecast or anything like that.
his main roles. He's always like stood behind.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm giving him a compliment.
Yeah, no, he's never pulled any of that
Unlike
bullshit.
new Lady Thor, the 30 million. Okay, I love Thor.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You meet my demands when
In her defense, though, 30 million, I'd love Thor too. 30 million, you get
No,
me.
in her defense, they tried to screw her over financially, and they're like, all right, well, fuck you. I don't fuck you. I'm done with
That's
this
Hollywood.
movie.
Get used to it.
Yeah, no, that's Hollywood. So you fight for what the fuck you want, and guess what? They fucking cave.
And that's how you get stuck with some bullshit typecasting that's happened multiple times, where you wonder, where the hell isn't Will Smith in Independence Day 2? Oh, because he died making a ham sandwich. Fuck it. He choked on a ham sandwich, him and...
They didn't meet his demands, so they went in a different direction. That's it.
The point is...
Both sides have an equal say in this.
I understand what she's doing. You give me $30 million, I'll do a shot-by-shot remake of Transformers 2 Dark Side of the Moon. And I will love it until that check clears. And I was like, what the fuck did I just do?
And then you won't get a call for any other work for $30 million.
No, well, first of all, I'm a very bad actor, so I wouldn't have gotten called anyway. Second of all, I'm probably only in the scene with the clacking balls. Like I'm the John Turturro, where I get peed on.
I was going to say, you take John Turturro's role?
Well, either that, the only other one I could pull off is the Thumper Dumper scene.
Ugh.
And I don't want to do that.
Ugh.
No, well, it's $30 million I want to do it, yeah. Okay. But $5, no.
I mean, yes, 30 million, I'll do the stupid Thumper Dumper, I'll do the ball scene, whatever.
Yeah.
But
I won't like myself.
the only reason to be doing it is because I know I'm going home afterwards going, I just made $30 million to be next to some CGI balls I don't even need to see.
Oh, he saw him. John Turturro saw him.
He saw him when he went to the premiere. He's like,
oh, not a good an actor. His look of horror. if he wasn't looking at anything, then I'm amazed. I just assumed they had.
Well, that's getting
I'm
back.
assuming they had a TV over there. So this is what you're looking at.
So those type of scenes are done a couple of different ways. You have like how Peter Jackson did with King Kong, where they have a stand-in, like just a giant orb that can be keyed out, so that they have like a reference like where to look. The other is you'll have an actual actor in the scene. Lord of the Rings with Gollum, you had his name running around. Andy Serkis running around in the mocap.
Yeah.
Or like they did, it's not as common now, except for in like low budget movies, they can't afford to rent out a mocap studio.
Like Asylum.
Actually, Asylum can afford mocap studios now.
Then there's no reason.
For what?
For their bad movies.
Yeah, there is. It's the fucking Asylum. That's what they made their bread and butter on. But the other way to do it is blind react. Blind reacting is where you're in a green room or on set, whatever, however they want to do it, and the actor has to react to nothing.
Yeah. Well,
which is another reason why, again, pulling up Scooby-Doo, because I just watched it again recently, all of Matthew Lillard's scenes as Shaggy with Scooby, there is nothing there for Scooby. He is reacting
give him a
with
ping
dead
pong
air.
ball or nothing?
There is nothing there.
They did a good job then, because you can't really tell.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
Matthew Lillard did
yeah.
perfectly because he's reacting to nothing as if something is there. But there is nothing standing in for Scoob.
Well, then where's his Oscar?
I don't know, man.
Matthew
Lillard should have gotten an Oscar for many roles, least of which is Shaggy.
What? Hackers?
Hackers, SMC Punk, 13 Ghosts.
That's right. You keep on saying 13 Ghosts. I don't remember him being in it.
He was like one of the main characters.
I watched that one time and I thought, okay, it's kind of interesting, and I never watched it again.
Because you don't like horror.
Yeah, I love. What do you mean I don't like horror? I fucking love horror. That's all my YouTube stuff is what culture. I've watched more top 10 horror things.
Yeah, you watch the top 10 horror shit.
No, but I watch all the shit. I grew up on the Friday 13th and the Halloweens and the stuff, the Blob, original and remake, all that shit, all the Universal monsters, any kind of horror, with the exception of fucking Hostel. I can't fucking stand Hostel.
Yeah, the fucking...
No, just the Hostel. I'll watch all the other ones. You give me all the
torture
other
porn, and that is just... I don't even classify that as...
I don't care. Give me all the torture porn. I don't care. Saws, I love them. It's just something about Hostel. It's just so horribly made that... I'm sorry, Eli Roth. He's a fucking great guy when it comes to horror. I mean, I'll watch Cabin Fever 6 just because he created it. Not because it's any good or he directed it.
No, he was in an episode of Law and Order SVU.
Yeah, probably a pedophile.
I don't know.
I don't know. The worst one of those, there's two of them.
Oh, dude, I forgot he was in one of my favorite anime series. He was in Karas. It's a very little known anime series. It was a 12 episode thing that when we got it stateside was compressed into 2 movies. No, 8 episodes, 4 episodes apiece. And he
Briefly
was like
give me the premise because I'm not going to look it
up. So the basic premise is the spirit world is real and it interacts with the human world. There are guardians who protect the balance, make sure like the spirit world doesn't fuck with the real world and the real world doesn't fuck with the spirit world. And the guardian is called Karas. Every time a guardian dies, a new guardian is chosen. Blah blah. It's basically someone who's on the verge of death. So
is he like an ancient Egyptian god or something?
No, it's more like a more powerful Power Ranger type deal. But they walk the balance between the living and the spirit world.
Well, okay.
And the main villain is a former Karas who just went evil and wants to destroy everything.
Okay, well then give it to me on a rating. Where Dragon Ball is drop down bottom number 1, okay, horrible, and Fire Force is number 10. What would you rate it?
Oh, it's a solid 6.
Okay.
On that scale.
I'll give it a chance then.
Like I have both of them. I'll let you borrow them.
No, you can't let me borrow stuff.
You can't find them anymore. That's the problem. You
physically
have to borrow it.
In my defense, had you texted me to bring you whatever I have, because I don't remember what I borrowed.
Oh, my fucking Wally's Wonderland?
Hey, I gave you the comic. How was it, by the way?
I haven't read it yet.
Oh, my God.
Dude, I don't have fucking time right now.
I gave you 5 days to read that.
No, I picked it up Saturday, you piece of shit.
I even called you yesterday.
You didn't call me at all, motherfucker.
No, but I had never got a chance to read it because we only had 3 fucking copies, and you took the last copy, sir.
No, you set the last copy aside. You absolutely could have read that and then still given it to me.
No.
Oh, he was in Wing Commander.
Oof.
No, I actually liked Wing Commander. I
don't know.
I didn't see. I never played the games, so that's why I had like no.
I'm more of a sci-fi guy than I am a horror guy, but even I won't give Wing Commander a chance. I don't care if it's the best video game ever.
Matt Lillard was in your favorite horror series of all time. He was in Scream. He was one of the killers. It was Stewart.
No, I do not like Scream as much as I hate Scream. That's the whole reason for the title.
Hackers was only his 6th role.
Only?
Yeah.
I thought that would have been his first role.
No, he did that before SMC Punk.
You keep on bringing that up. I don't know what the hell that is.
What? SMC Punk?
Is that the true story of Sid and Nancy?
No.
That was Gary Oldman.
I've seen SMC Punk like once. No. Or SLC Punk, sorry. It was from 1998.
That's the millennial thing where you initialize and everything.
No, SLC stands for something. Just can't remember what it is. So the synopsis of SLC Punk is: in the early 80s, Steve-O and Heroin Bob are the only 2 dedicated punks in conservative Salt Lake City. So SLC is Salt Lake City.
Is that where Jackass got the name Steve-O from?
Probably not.
I don't know. That came out before Jackass.
It did, but it's also Steve. Steve-O is just a shortening of his name.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay. I hate that guy.
Oh, you're welcome to hate him.
Hate him. Like Johnny Knoxville for some reason. I don't know how.
Well, because once Johnny Knoxville got clean and started doing like legitimate roles and like not doing the pain comedy. In him.
I'd like Johnny Knoxville from the very second that I saw him, and I cannot explain why. Yeah, later on he got better.
Yeah, once he got clean, he went from like maybe a 3 or 4, but you can always find humor there, to just fucking like a 7, 8.
Yeah, because I watched BAM, and I'm like, why the fuck am I watching
Oh, Viva La Bam. See, I like Viva La Bam just because when I was a young idiot, I'm like, yeah, fuck your parents, dude.
Oh, fuck Don Vito. I don't know.
It basically was always messing with his family.
I hated him from the beginning, whereas Johnny Knoxville, even though Jackass is a bag full of stupid, I still watched every episode that he was in. Him and Little Man.
Oh, Wee Man?
I guess. I don't know. I'm not that big.
It was Wee Man. That's what he went by.
No. I don't know. I just love Time Bandits. Which he had nothing to do with, I know. I know he had nothing to do with it, but in the 80s, there was little people everywhere. In the 90s, they kind of had Vern Troyer.
Yeah.
In Wee Man. So there was a because they were going for all that fancy CGI. You millennials, no, because in the old days
They were not CGI-ing
who the fuck was
fucking little
running
people, dude.
R2D2?
Frank
A
Oz.
little person. No, a little person was driving it. Something Baker, I think.
Was it?
Kenny Baker, I think.
Hang on.
Yeah, he was operating R2D2. I'm half convinced Yoda wasn't even a puppet.
Kenny Baker, yeah.
Yeah, Kenny Baker. See, I know my Star Wars. You're not gonna Star Wars vision me.
No, you said something Baker.
And then I said, Kenny, you look
No, you
up the
didn't.
audio. Audience? I don't know if they can, I don't know how any of this works.
Well, if you look at your chat, it'll tell you what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, well, they didn't say anything about Kenny Baker.
Because they're just now seeing it.
Well, there you go. We're in delay.
Fucking goddamn it, dude. You gotta remember, we're on like an 8-second delay to the... What?
Nothing. Whenever somebody says 8-second delay, that's all it's for. It's for bleeping stuff.
No, it's not. It's called, that's a live broadcast delay. Because it has to go to the servers and then out to the viewers, you dumb fuck.
Anyway, on the topic of Scream, I think I'm about to die.
Uh-huh.
Because God has finally answered my prayers. Fucking Dewey and his dumb ass is gonna fucking die, and it's in the goddamn trailer. Now, this is my interpretation. In the trailer, he's walking down, and I must say, fuck, hell, he's like ripped now.
Well, yeah.
I know he's ripped for the rest
No,
of the
you
thing.
need to watch the documentary, You Can't Kill David Arquette.
Yeah, the last time I saw him do anything wrestling was that Walk and Rumble movie, whatever the fuck.
Ready to Rumble.
Ready to Rumble,
Which
yeah.
was...
Which I actually enjoyed.
Yeah,
I'll
no, it's
give
a
him
great movie.
compliment.
I love the movie.
That's just one good movie.
But that's the movie that started his downfall. Because that was directly tied into the WCW bullshit.
But I go from that being the last thing I saw him in up to... No, wait a minute. He wasn't at ripped in Scream 4. Scream 4 came out way after Walking the Rumble. This one, I don't know what the fuck. This looks like a tiny Arnold.
Again, Scream 5, he's ripped because he just started doing his redemption shit, trying to make himself feel better, prove that he's not what everyone said he was for 30
I thought
fucking
he's been
years.
ripped every time he was a wrestler.
He hasn't done wrestling until like the last 5 to 7 years.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever it is, the point is, he should be a new action star. I actually enjoyed doing this time for the 30 seconds that I saw him, or the 5 seconds that I saw him, where he's walking down the fucking corridor. He's got this guns ablazing like bam, bam. Fuck you, Ghostface Killer. Stupid name anyway. You're going down. You're going to die. And then you see him lying in a pool of blood with no bullets. Dewey's dead. Now, one of my friends, which I do actually talk to other people than you. I mean, I don't really consider them friends.
Look,
so much. The
only
talk to
person
me,
I can confirm that's not a customer at the store that you talk to, that's not Eddie and all that, is your former coworker who builds Gundams in the store.
I don't know what
whose
Gundams
name
are.
I can't remember.
I don't know what Gundams are, but anyway, yeah, I think he's the guy I was talking to about Scream. He was saying that maybe Dewey would be the killer, which would be fucking amazing. I want them to retroactively. First of all, they're introducing a brand new final girl, and this time they can't pull that same bullshit they did with Emily Roberts, where she's the new final girl, but it turns out she's the killer. That was kind of cool, but if they do that again, it's gonna suck. So if you're introducing a whole new cast in the kill, and a whole new teenage... First of all, it's a fucking teenage killer that these 50-year-olds are going up against. It's kind of weird. But anyway... See,
it makes sense.
Neve Campbell, dead. Courtney Cox, dead. Jamie Kennedy should be coming back as the killer, because that would blow my fucking mind. Because I don't remember even seeing a body of him. I don't know if they even went to the funeral. I think you just see him being stabbed.
No body, he's not dead.
Yeah, exactly. And then fucking Dewey. The guy that I fucking hate, the guy that should have died, the most ineffectual cop since fucking Don Knotts. Don Knotts looked at him and said, man, come on. That's no Barney Fife. He looked at him and said, sir, I was Barney Fife. I've been Barney Fife. And you, sir, are no Barney Fife. And yes, I know that's a quail thing that I had for something else that I don't feel like using now. I'm using it now. It's paraphrased. Don Knotts actually didn't say that. Although, who knows? There's social media back then, he might have said that. He might have looked at this guy and said, fuck you. Because, honestly, he should have. He should have said, fuck you. He goes, that's me, motherfuckers. The only thing Dewey didn't have was the one bullet in the gun. But anyway, to compliment him, it looks like he's got a cool death scene. I don't care about Nev Campbell.
I'm gonna laugh. It's just a red herring,
dies.
and they make you think he's dying,
Yeah,
but he doesn't.
yeah, because that means the only way they red herring it is if he's
the killer.
They got to kill them all this time. You don't. Okay, perfect example. No, perfect example. They fucking killed Jamie Lee Curtis in one of the Halloweens.
Yeah, but now she's back.
No, yeah, they brought her back later, which I'll be fine with that. I just want.
Okay, well, I say they bring her back, but the new 2 Halloween movies ignore everything past the second one.
Yeah, I'm perfectly happy with that. I just want one film where they're not looking at the open door like a jackass, wondering why the second killer hasn't come in the fucking door, because there were 2 killers again, but they only said there was 1, which is bullshit. Because you can even watch the movie, you're like, he's got super speed now? Because used to be, it looked like he had super speed. Like he'd show up in front of it, because there's 2 of them. The second one, there was 2 of them. The third one, there should have been 2 of them, and there wasn't. And then the fourth one I actually liked, although they killed the cheerleader. And that made me hurt. Although maybe she'll come back. She needs to do something with her career. But anyway, I cannot wait for David Arquette. I hope he gets killed and a firehouse dog walks up to him and licks him. And nobody will get why there's a firehouse dog there, but I will. And I will say thank you.
So, as chat said, they've never heard of the term red herring. So, a red herring it's a tool used in film, and you can kind of say in books too, where they set up with everything they can that character A is the bad guy, the villain, the mastermind, the whatever. But then at the last second, the reveal is that it's someone else. They make you believe it's target A, but it turns out to be target B.
Yeah, see, Agatha Christie was like a fucking master at that.
Yeah, but it was also before it was called a red herring, too. I forget what it was called in literary. I think she's the one who created red herring. I don't know. My info dump on red herring is...
It doesn't say who first used it? I could have sworn.
I don't know. I looked up the actual term. Hang on.
Oh, my gosh. Anyway, the worst case scenario of red herring you ever see is a pup named Scooby-Doo.
That's where it came up like the most.
Well, yeah, because he was the main thing, and that's all.
Yeah, he was an actual character named Red Herring. That was like Freddy's arch nemesis and whatnot. It was just, it was friggin' hilarious. No,
but the best is you watch any one of the.
Okay, no, Agatha Christie's Murder Mystery and Then There Were None directly mentions Red Herring in reference to a character's death.
10 Little Indians, my favorite fucking one. I love that one. Although it can't be called that anymore.
Well, that's not the one that it was in, but okay.
Yeah, and then There Were None. That's what the 10 Little Indians is.
Ah, gotcha.
That's what the movie was.
Gotcha.
That was the best one, because I'll ruin it, because it came out in like 1940 something. So if you haven't watched it by now, fuck you. With all the social media, you should have already watched it. They probably had it.
Yeah, because people go out of their way to find Agatha Christie shit.
Black and white, and they clicked it off. Is probably what happened. But it's like 10 people come to an island, and they've got these 10 little Indians, ceramic things. And every time one of them dies, one of those Indians gets smashed. And nobody knows. Anyway, like the 4th or 5th person gets shot. And somehow, I think the doctor was in on it, but he later gets killed. He said, oh, he's dead. And then back then, they're like, oh, well, where's the blood spatter? No blood spatter? No nothing? All right, that's fine. Let's just throw him in the bedroom. Anyway, the guy who got shot comes back. At the end, he's revealed to be the real killer. So, but the red herring, I forget what the red herring was in that one. I think it was the doctor.
Okay, so this article actually goes into a lot of detail about red herring. But it says right here, the actual origin of the figurative sense of the phrase can be traced back to the early 1800s. Around this time, English journalist William Cobbett wrote a presumably fictional story about how he had used red herring as a boy to throw hounds off the scent of a hare. He elaborated on this anecdote and used it to criticize some of his fellow journalists. Quote, he used the story as a metaphor to decry the press, which had allowed itself to be misled by false information about the supposed defeat of Napoleon.
What was his original reason to say rabbits?
He said that because back in 1800s, in England, there was the fox hunts or the hare hunts. So he would use red herrings to basically give a new scent for the hounds to follow because it smells like food.
But so they don't eat the fox.
Yeah, no, so they don't like eat the hare and the fox and all that. So they don't capture them.
Oh, okay. Once they've already captured. Okay, I got you. When they got too close, then they would throw.
Yeah, he
a
would
kipper
throw
in
the
front of his face.
red
All right, I
herring
got you.
and have him divert.
I know. I thought he was some kind of environmental terrorist back then. He was saving the foxes.
No, I mean saving the hares because I mean those hunts are very barbaric.
Well, yeah. Oh, so he was saving the bunnies.
Yeah, he was just trying to save
while
the
they
bunnies.
butchered the fox. But see, it was different that if he was trying to save both the.
Well,
everybody.
he just used the bunny one because maybe his family was doing bunny. And it was all a fictional thing, anyways.
He's racist toward foxes.
Whatever. But there you go. It dates back to the 1800s. Shut the fuck up.
Anyway.
So, the IMAX trailer for No Way Home shows a lot more than the normal one. What?
First of all, this should be Doctor Strange for watching, not the stupid-ass Spider-Man. But go ahead with it.
Why are you against Spider-Man right now?
Because the first one was good because of Michael Keaton only.
And the first one was good because it was a good, competent Spider-Man story.
I'll give you a good Marissa Tomei, but she was in the film for 3 minutes. Her being in for 3 minutes was gold. Michael Keaton was gold. This other dude dressed up as a spider, who gives a fuck about him? Second one, here comes Jake Gyllenhaal, and I'm like, holy shit, who's this Jake Gyllenhaal?
Who was a good villain.
Yeah, it's fucking great. I want to see more. Oh, wait, who's this kid with the spider suit on again? Okay, go away. The only kid that I actually root for, MJ needs to become Spider-Woman. She needs to put on a suit. Peter needs to fucking die. She becomes Spider-Woman, and I'll be totally behind this franchise.
All right, so we won't talk about the IMAX trailer.
Zendaya's a good actor.
Yeah, so is Tom Holland.
And she has the first F-bomb in the MCU.
Okay, good for her.
I'm just saying.
I mean...
Anyway, so...
No, fuck it. We won't talk about the IMAX trailer.
No, go ahead and tell me. No, I need to know.
No, you don't.
I need to know.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. Trust me.
Nope.
It's part of my job to hear about this shit.
You fucked it up.
No. Go ahead and tell me. I need...
So basically,
because
IMAX is the bigger format, gets more detail in it, it's not as chopped. Like, we should be in an age now where we stop cutting off the top and bottom of the fucking screen. Honestly.
Oh, who's still doing that?
Everybody. If it's not in IMAX, you're losing the top and bottom of the fucking screen still.
Oh, okay.
It's fucking stupid.
So what's some more detail?
So more detail, like it a bunch of callback stuff, like small like detail things. But the big thing that you can see is there's the scene where everyone who's talked about the trailer, the normal trailer release says it looks like it's Lizard like trying to slash at Peter from the shadows. That's what everyone's...
I'm glad you can see my reaction now. I literally am glad. No. And this is coming from the Andrew Garfield liker.
Yeah, I agree. Everyone thought that it was Lizard, and they're still trying to say it's Lizard.
Fuck Paul Bettany Jr., whoever that dude's name is. I think he's
I didn't watch the Amazing Spider-Man movies because...
I think he's come back in real life, too, so I can say he's come back.
But no, fucking after seeing Let There Be Carnage and that fucking post-credit scene... There's no way, based on the size profile you can see in the IMAX trailer, that that's not Venom.
Oh, I knew. Oh, that's... Well, I knew he was coming.
Yeah, but not
There's
like
no
this.
way that Marvel lets them in a picture in the MCU unless he was coming right back for the multiverse.
But they didn't need it. It's fucking
No.
stupid.
Yeah, I agree. They didn't need Venom 1 or 2.
No, Venom 1 was good for a Sony property. But much like the other Sony properties, with the exception of the initial Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy, the first one is always the better one. They do the sequel and it's trash. It happened with Amazing Spider-Man. People liked Amazing Spider-Man.
Who?
People. Enough people for it to get a fucking sequel that tanked.
Yeah, I still haven't figured out how that happened. Nobody liked Amazing Spider-Man. Or no,
the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second one...
Amazing Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man 2, that's right.
Yeah. Amazing Spider-Man 2, garbage, tanked, nobody, universally fucking hated.
Except for me, I liked it.
That's
Best Rhino ever.
No.
No, you're not going to get a better Rhino than that, because the real Rhino is just a
I know,
in a Rhino
but the
suit.
thing is you just can't make Rhino work on the screen.
Paul Giamatti for the win.
No, it was just Paul Giamatti in a fucking mech. That was not Rhino.
Yeah, in a bad accent. It was fun.
But no,
that was the most I cared about Rhino ever.
So Venom was good. Not to you, I know, because you're fucking dumb.
No, the main reason I hated Venom was because for the first 15 minutes, it's pure body horror. Oh my God, ripping your soul out. Just horrific. And that should have had all those little kids crying and leaving. So rather than after 15 minutes, all of a sudden, it's back to kitty film. Hey, are we watching the Power Rangers? Oh, look at all the jokes. You like the jokes, kids? So it makes no sense. Why would you scare the kids out of the theater and then pander to them?
Because it wasn't made for kids.
Oh, I believe after 15 minutes it was. After that old lady becomes Venom and then she barfs up her stuff on Eddie. That was all horrific.
Anyway, the first Venom was good. Despite what you want to say.
Until he gets barfed on. And
but my God, Let There Be Carnage is an absolute shit show.
I haven't even bothered to
Woody
watch
Harrelson could not even save that. Woody Harrelson's good. I will say Woody Harrelson is the only reason I didn't leave the theater.
Shriek was good.
Shriek's okay, but she's underutilized.
And who is she? She's Rosario Dawson, isn't she?
No, Shriek is someone else.
Oh, okay.
I think. Let me
She so
look her
briefly
up.
shows up, I had no idea who she was.
Let There Be Carnage. That actress is Naomi Harris.
Okay, not familiar. I probably know her seeing her.
Let's see. She is. I know her from. I've seen her in a few things. She was in 28 Days Later.
Not helping.
She was Eve in Skyfall.
Eve and Sky. I love Skyfall. I don't remember Eve.
No, that's one of the four that's on her known for is.
Oh wait, is this Moneypenny?
Huh?
Is that Moneypenny?
I don't know. It just says Eve in Skyfall.
I think. Oh, if it's Moneypenny, I know who she is.
Hang on. Let me see if there's a Moneypenny in there other than. Not seeing a Moneypenny.
Well, I don't know who Eve is.
No, don't see a Moneypenny. But
she wasn't the supermodel that got shot during.
No, she's someone with a gun in one of the photos for the movie.
Yeah, like a rifle.
Handgun.
Oh, now I got no idea who that is.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's what she's known for.
And I've watched Skyfall like 1,000,000 times. I'm about to watch it again.
So as much as you hate everything Spider-Man, apparently.
No, I love the villains. I love Zendaya, and that's
I'm talking just Spider-Man,
and that's
not the villains and all that. So Hasbro's pissing me off again.
Why would they do?
Okay, so we all know I am possibly one of the biggest fucking Ghostbuster fans there is. I bought this from the Hasbro collection, the Spangler Neutrona Wand.
Yeah.
The gun from fucking Ghostbusters. The fucking the unlicensed nuclear accelerator thrower.
Isn't it like a proton something?
Yeah, it's the Neutrona Wand from the Proton Pack.
Proton Pack, okay.
Yeah. So this motherfucker only cost, when it came out, $120. And this thing has all the fucking bells and whistles you could want. You can connect it to a Proton Pack by switching out the back plate here. It has all the sounds. It does the fucking, has the wand tip that comes out, all that fun jazz. $120.
All right.
It's a fair price for everything that's fully electronic. It's got a rumble in it, everything. They're getting ready in 2 fucking days to do a crowdfunding thing on their stupid HasLabs thing.
Hey, don't put that down. They made a fucking Galactus to die for.
Yeah, and how much fucking was it?
It's only $500.
Only $500. No, that's too fucking much for that bullshit.
No, not for a 2 scale with the Silver Surfer and a fucking Nova. It's
no,
not.
To scale. What's the scale to scale?
To the other regular figures.
Yeah,
to
no.
The Marvel Legends
500.
figures?
Yeah, the Marvel Legends figures. Dude, I can print you a Galactus that works like a fucking toy, the same fucking size, for under $100.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't want your print. I want the official one with fucking Nova.
Yeah,
and
I can even
Surfer,
print out Nova and Silver Surfer.
I think they even made Morg. Morg. Nobody knows who the fuck Morg is.
Yeah,
but they made one.
It's not worth $500 fucking dollars.
That's worth $500.
No, it's fucking not. No, because here's the thing. If that fucking thing.
So what's your $500 one?
Oh, it's gonna be way more than fucking $500. They're teasing a full Proton Pack release through their fucking crowdfunding thing, and I guarantee you, it's not gonna be worth the fucking cost.
It depends on what stretch goals are. I agree with you. If
Galactus, no, they don't do the stretch goals.
They do in Hasbro Labs. They do.
No, they put up how many that there's gonna be.
Yeah.
So, for instance, the Rancor, the 17.5-inch Rancor that they're doing, only has 9,000 units that are being made.
Yeah.
If they don't hit the 9,000, they only make whatever they sell.
Yeah, they make the Rancor.
Yeah, they make only that number of them. That alone is fucking $350. Fuck you, I can print that for a way that does the same fucking shit.
Okay.
Official or not. Okay,
well,
taking the official.
When they did Galactus, that's what they did. They said, here, you can have this for $500. But if we hit a certain goal, you can have a Nova. Oh, you hit Nova? Well, here.
Yeah, if they sell so many units.
Here's more. I know that's the same.
But that's just it. It's a fucking... Oh, that's why I hate crowdfunding.
But by the time they got to the end, if you had enough people liking it, you could have had you could have had Air Raider. No, all of them.
A multi-billion-dollar corporation like Hasbro should not be fucking doing crowdfunding to overcharge for their fucking shit. Guarantee you this fucking pack, and I'll do an update next week when I see the fucking price, is going to be at least fucking $1,200. I can buy one built from the official specs that Sony released 30 fucking years ago for the hobbyists, that does everything, is screen accurate, has all the proper parts, for that or less.
I'm just saying it depends on the extra stuff. I mean, to go back to Galactus.
But even with the extra stuff, $500 on I've Galactus? Seen this happen before when fucking Mattel had the license for Ghostbusters. Mattel would sit there and they released the fucking PKE meter and the ghost trap, the ghost goggles.
Yeah.
Them fucking things, just because it's Ghostbusters, gets bought out immediately. They only do a single fucking run, and then nobody else can get them without paying 2 to 3 times what they actually retail for.
That's the entire toy industry does that.
Only on limited run shit. Like the real Ghostbuster re-releases, which are out in the living room. When they released the original figures in the taller scale,
yeah,
the first runs for that, scooped up. Not even gonna lie, the scalpers went in, bought it because they thought it was only going to be a single run thing. It forced Hasbro, I think, is the one who's releasing, because that's the old Mattel one there. The newer ones are the Hasbro ones. Yeah, because Hasbro owns Kenner, because they're re-releasing the Kenner line. Fucking, they said, fuck that, and released more. HasLabs does not do more than one run.
Okay, well,
it's going to be the whole fucking cycle over again.
Well, let's put it this way. What do they have to add as stretch goals? Because it was Galactus' price never went up, but they kept on adding more stuff.
The price stays the same, but yeah, as they do
so
sell more.
So what would they have to add to make you... So say you had $1,200 from stimulation check number 8.
If I had just $1,200 on hand to burn.
What would you want your 3... Because usually they only hit 3. What would you want your 3 stretch things to be?
So for that, here's what you can buy from the hobby community that does Ghostbusters. I can go to the Louisiana Ghostbusters right now with $1,200, and I will get a full proper scale 1-to-1 ratio Spangler pack. What comes with the wand, has all the electronic guts in it. Yeah, they can build them. Like built from wood, metal, all the proper parts. Have the proper electronics on the inside to make all the proper sounds at the right times, da-da-da-da-da. $1,200 gets that. And that is full weight, full pack, on a proper A-frame, the whole fucking 9. Screen accurate, you cannot tell the difference between the ones they used on camera and these. Mm-hmm. What Hasbro needs to do to make it worth whatever the fuck they're putting out there, to where I'm not just going to go and give someone who's actually building it that $1,200 as opposed to a corporation that money, is it needs to be just as good, of all the right materials, not vacuum formed, which is what I'm fearing they're going to do, is it's going to be a vacuum formed shell.
Yeah.
It has to come with at least another accessory, whether it's functional ghost goggles.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, what would be your top 3? The top things 3 that would break you and just say, oh my God, I got to buy it now.
The top 3 that it has to come with would be the A-frame that the pack rests on, which has all the proper straps and everything, not just a unit that you have to attach to a frame. It would have to come with either a proper at least one movie replica other equipment piece, whether it be the walkie-talkie, the goggles, whatever. And
where were these I don't remember. Now, this being I haven't watched Ghostbusters in years, Where are the ghost goggles from?
The
They from
goggles
one or
that
two?
Ray wears. From the
But
first
he's
one.
had
They've
them
been there
first?
since the first movie.
Does he ever put them on and you see like a POV?
He doesn't put them on where you see a POV, but he does wear them. Like when they're going after Slimer in the Cedric Hotel. He has them on his head, and he pulls them down
you
when
do
he's
see
looking.
Slimer. Yeah, you see Slimer in a different vision or something, right?
No, I don't think you do. You might,
I know what you're talking
but if
about
it
now,
is, it's like a 1 second look, and it's
I
gone.
remember him putting on the goggles.
But yeah, he's got the goggles in all of it. In the game, you use the goggles to find everything. And the game's fucking great, by the way. For anyone who's never played the Ghostbusters video game that came out in 2008 and then re-released 2 years ago on Epic, get it. It's worth it. But anyways, yeah, they need to basically make this thing have all the bells and fucking whistles possible just for the base price. Everything past that needs to make it worth those stretch goals.
Okay, I'll accept your argument for that because that's something a cosplayer can make.
Yeah.
There's people that are... But is there a cosplayer for action figures? Like, if I didn't want to pay $500 for that
Cosplay, no. But there is an entire market and community around toys.
But say if I
that
go...
can make, like, Kang the Conqueror action figure.
But if I go and I
files
plot down $500, can I get that Galactus, the Morg, the Silver Surfer, and Nova that looks just like that?
If not better.
An action figure. Then after this, then you got the... Because there's plenty of action figures. Galactus, that I need made, like a Kolchak the Night Stalker. I want one of them.
Yeah, you can get all... let's see. Galactus 3D models to print on Yegi.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody do action figures.
Oh, well, shit, right here's a fucking Silver Surfer. Let me drop
How
this
do
for a
they even
sec.
do it without a factory?
Like...
You can't make that in your house.
Yes, I can. I have the printer for it right here.
No, you're not going to make a 500...
You want to bet? It's called you print it in pieces. If it's an action figure, you're printing it out in parts that you put together after.
Well, then I need you to build me a Kolchak the Night Stalker.
No. I'm not building you a Kolchak. But like right here, Silver Surfer, it's a statuette for it. Which is basically all you get when you do a Silver Surfer thing.
No, they got articulation. I want some articulation.
Let's see. So Galactus toy. Because Silver Surfer just comes up when you do Galactus. But yeah, there are literally people who make action figures for printing.
All right, well, I'm going to have to go to them because I want the complete Kolchak collection. There's
no complete Kolchak collection.
It will be now. You make a Kolchak.
Yeah. If you pay somebody to make the files for you, yes, you can get that done.
You make a Kolchak with a hat, sweaty without a hat, and then every single one of his... Oh, with the exception of one monster because he's invisible. But you can make every other monster.
Yeah, you can do all of this with printing.
Well, then you need to start refining that shit.
Yeah, I need to get better machines.
Yeah, well, let's crowdfund that.
No, because I know what I need for the machine and I'm going to save up for. I don't like crowdfunding.
Make that Kolchak collection. Every Gen Xer is going to want one.
I do not like crowdfunding, like at all.
And we'll call him Kolchar. So we don't have to worry about Darren McGavin coming back from the dead to kill us.
You and your people coming back from the dead. That doesn't make sense.
It'd be...
Yeah, no,
maybe Kolchak with a C. Would we be able to get away with that? You still get the name, but it's not Kolchak with a K. So I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Infringement Lawyer.
It's still, if we try to sell them, that's different. Yes, then you deal with lawsuits. But you can print anything that's made a file so long as you're not making money on it.
What if we hired a plumber to fix the toilet? And when he came over to fix the toilet, he dropped $500.
No.
And stole one of our action figures, officer.
No.
Arrest that man.
No.
No, there's got to be
how that works.
There's got to be a way we can do this. There's got to be a way we can sell.
Yeah, it's called not caring about copyright. I care about copyright.
No, but there's got to be a way around it.
Yeah, it's called you buy the rights.
Like, they're not buying the action figure, they're buying something else. Like, we sell them a ham sandwich.
Yeah, no, that's still...
And that's it. No.
Yeah, no, that's fraud. What you're describing is committing fraud.
If I'm selling them a ham sandwich for $500 and they eat that said ham sandwich, we'll have a video of them eating it. That'll be our proof of purchase.
No,
proof of eating.
You're still describing fraud.
Just for a going away gift for that $500 ham sandwich, because that's a lot for a ham sandwich. You get a free Kolchak figurine. Why not?
Because that's fraud, as I've just fucking said.
They're paying for the sandwich.
No.
That is not fraud. They're paying for the sandwich.
No, because any fucking lawyer looks at it and goes, no, they did not buy that sandwich for $500. That's no sandwich is worth $500, and you just give away
They talk to Gordon
toy.
Ramsay. I'm sure Gordon Ramsay has a $500.
But he's not giving away something else as part of the sale.
I'm sure he gave him something.
No.
Here's an autograph.
Jesus Christ. No. That's not the fucking same as giving away a copyrighted piece of fucking material.
If he gave him a Snake Eyes G.I. Joe figure, it's like, here, if you have a ham sandwich, I know you like Snake Eyes. I picked this up at a garage sale the other day. Here you go. He wouldn't be, G.I. Joe wouldn't come after him for copyright infringement.
So the figures that are available at Save Point, we did not print, that we paid for someone to print those, but yes, those are 3D printed in resin.
And they can make like big ass ones?
Yeah, I can make big ass ones. I got 4-inch Iron Tar here at the house.
No, I need You said Galactus. I can make a Galactus.
Yeah, I can make a fucking Galactus. I can pay someone for the files to make a fucking Galactus toy, and I can make it as big as my printer can possibly hold.
I need a 4-foot Galactus.
Yeah, there's people that can make it. That's definitely more than 500 because it's 4 foot fucking tall.
How much jelly do I got to put together for that?
How much jelly?
How much jelly do you have to use?
You mean resin?
Whatever it is. I'm not.
Well, I need a bigger printer because the biggest I can print is 4 inches.
I thought you said you could build it like a puzzle. I don't care if it looks like it's built together like a puzzle. I can paint around that.
To do that, I still need a bigger fucking printer.
Well, then let's crowdfund a bigger printer.
Again, I'm not crowdfunding a bigger fucking printer.
That's not fraud.
I didn't say that was fraud. I'm against crowdfunding for shit like that.
Why?
Because other people shouldn't be paying for me to start a business.
That's the American way. Begging for money is the American way.
No.
Yeah.
Going to a bank for a loan is the American way. The
Pilgrims would have died if they didn't beg for some corn from the Native
Good.
Americans.
They fucking should have.
Well, then we wouldn't be here doing
Good.
this podcast. Or we'd be doing it in Russian.
No, I'd be on the island of Puerto Rico where I'm fucking half from.
I'd still be in the swamp because I'm Cajun. Which would suck because Napoleon's a jackass.
But yeah, no, anything that Hasbro can release, there is a market for people to make it and sell the file for.
What's the difference between crowdfunding and Patreon?
Patreon is still a form of crowdfunding, but you're actually getting something out of it. But I've also shut that down. We don't have the Patreon anymore.
I didn't know we ever had it.
Yeah. We've had it since like day one.
Should have some Patreon stuff there.
We didn't because we didn't have patrons.
Well, I mean, it's a slow roll. Sometimes you gotta wait for a while.
You don't.
Yeah, you do.
No.
Some of these listeners just need to throw us some 4 or 5-star ratings on iTunes. That's how it works.
That's up to them. I'm not gonna say like, hey, fucking rate us. I'm not gonna pull the fucking YouTuber thing, like, comment, subscribe bullshit.
Yes.
No, I want people to share our content because they like it. I'm not fucking begging people to do shit.
That's like peeing in the wind, sir. You know you're gonna just get peed on. You're not gonna get any benefit out of it.
What?
It's like
I piss in a toilet.
I'm just saying. If you're outside, you pee into the wind, you're just gonna get pissed on. You don't get anything out of it.
No, that's why you don't.
But if you ask the gas station attendant, hey, if I buy
all the time, dude.
If I buy a Snickers,
I've never peed on myself going outside.
Well, you're not peeing into the wind. But
yeah, because I'm not stupid.
Well, you're in the middle of Las Vegas desert hiding your gold. So, if I talk to the gas station and say, can you use the bathroom? He says, not without a purchase. And so if I buy a Snickers, I can use the bathroom. That is the American way. That is you charge people for shit.
No.
For them to like it.
My content is free.
I didn't agree to that.
You didn't agree to anything other than to be on fucking recording. You didn't even agree to be on video until I told you to fucking come here. I've only got about
2 years tops before I'm dead. So I need this to reach as many people as possible so I can, in fact, that's probably how I'm going to be killed.
Then you share the fuck out of it.
Show up at my house to go, hey, I heard you on the podcast. Next thing I know, I'm in hell because I'm dead. But in order for that to happen, I would much rather that death, just a surprise death, than they're just going to find me dead in the parking lot one day. Eddie's going to be rolling by and going, man, Shane isn't answering any of my calls. What is that whale doing in the car over there? Wow. Oh, that's Shane. Well, it was a particular hot day at Louisiana. I blurted it up at that point. I'm just saying, he usually didn't stop by until like 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and I've already been in the car since 9 in the morning, so I probably already ballooned up. I'm just saying. Or it could just be me taking a nap. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Because I already look like I'm a bloated dead body. So if I'm taking a nap, people might just assume I'm dead. But that's fine.
What the fuck?
I'm just asking, if you do find me, knock on the car window. Don't like bust it open trying to save my life. Because you're not going to pay for that shit. And I'm going to...
No, I'm not paying for shit.
No, I'm saying whoever breaks it open is not going to pay for it. They're going to say, my bad, I thought you were dying. Gotta go. And then I'm stuck with a fucking window I got to fix.
Sucks to be you.
No.
But no, I don't fucking like crowdfunding for business shit because that's not the way it works. That's not the way it should work.
Oh, no, if you want to play woulda, shouldas, yeah, you're going to be disappointed your entire life.
Yeah, no shit.
Nothing works like it.
My life sucks. I'm aware of this.
I should have had the metabolism of Brad Pitt where I can eat fucking everything and still be 80 pounds.
Well, but Brad Pitt actively works out, so there's that.
Come on. It's out my ass. That dude shoves more food in his mouth in just his movies than I eat in an entire year. I'm just saying. You don't know about Brad Pitt? Watch any movie he's in.
Okay, so he eats.
Every scene he's in, he eats something. He's constantly eating.
Okay, but he's also, again, very active person. He burns it off.
He's got metabolism. That God has just blessed him with good looks and a good metabolism. And then he took all the bad parts he took out of Brad Pitt and he shoved them in my ass. I think we're the same age. I think we're the same. We could have been separated at birth.
I'm pretty sure Brad Pitt's older than you.
I don't know. I don't know how it all worked. That's God. He's the one who has it all worked out. So.
He's 57.
And I'm 57.
No, you're 48.
How old am I?
You're 48.
No, I'm not. I'm 49. Bam. You don't know me. Am I?
You're 10 years older than me, and I'm 38.
I don't know. What is 2021 minus 1973?
Oh, my God.
I think I'm 49.
2021 minus 1973. 48. I fucking said.
That's a lie. That's a lie. I was 48 last year.
No, you
How can I be
weren't.
48 this year? I was.
Depends on when your birthday is.
If you invented time travel and went back exactly 365 days from now in the past and asked me how old I was, I would have told you 48.
When the fuck is your birthday?
April.
So then you would be 49 right now.
I thought I was. I'm not even joking about this. I could have sworn I was 49.
Well, if your birthday's early in the year, then yes, you are fucking...
That's why I hate math. Math lies to me.
Well, you lie to yourself.
I'm 48 for 2 years now.
No. Well, if you were 48 this time last year, then you're 49 now.
Well, that means I've got it. Well, okay, that's even better then. I've got a year and a half to die instead of 2 years.
No, you got half a year.
No, I die at age 50, sir.
Yeah, so if you're 49 now, you got half a year left.
But I'm not 49. You made me 48. You put my timer down. You saved my life for another year. You're welcome.
No, I've extended my own fucking suffering for a year.
Exactly. That's what you get for mathing me. Because I could have psychosomatically died on my birthday.
Please fucking do.
I know, but I can't now because I know the truth. Had you not said
you don't
anything,
know shit.
I could have died. And I would have said, I'm 50. Just like that awful SNL skit. I'm 50. And then I died. And then y'all all wondering, wait, isn't his 49th birthday? Why'd he say that? But I urge you not to ask that question until I'm already dead out of earshot.
No.
I might just be passing out. See, I got to pass out and fall.
I'm going to fucking pass out.
I got to pass out and fall into the cake and have the ice and suffocate me. So you got to give me a couple minutes to die.
No.
Don't try to save my life. Because then I'll be in a coma.
Okay, if you don't want me to save your life, just have this conversation with me again before you pass out into your cake, and I'm guaranteed to not do it.
That's fine. That's all I ask. I do not want to ride that fucking scooter like I see people in Walmart driving. I do not want a reset point. In fact,
I'll have you know my wife needs to use that at times.
No, she has legitimate spine injuries. My illnesses come from too many Twinkies. I have literally nothing wrong with me. I got a strong bone structure, strong everything.
Speaking of, want a unicorn cake?
Yeah, I will eat a unicorn cake at the end. Because that's how I became that. Don't throw stuff at me. You know my sports. That's exactly why I don't play baseball.
You still caught it.
No, I didn't catch it. My fat bowl caught it. I'm so fat that I don't have a lap and I just have a hump. My hump caught it. You don't understand my poor dog. My poor dog tries to sit in my lap when we're outside, and he can't. and I gotta apologize to him. He honestly he whimpers. Because when he's sitting with anybody else, he can jump up on their lap.
Yeah.
There's no lap here. I've got a belly that's destroying the lap, kid. But since he's a 2-year-old that doesn't understand that, I make my dog cry.
Olaf's only 2?
And no, he's got a 2-year mentality. I think he's 4.
Okay.
How do you know my dog, sir?
Because he's been to my house and pissed all over it.
Well, that's what dogs do. You can't yell at a dog.
First thing your dog does is piss on my floor.
Well, yeah, he's saying hello.
No.
That's his way of saying hello.
No. That is his way of trying to claim my house.
In fact, he beat me to it.
Yeah, you piss on my house, I'm beating the shit
I
out of
was
you.
seconds away from pissing on your floor, and then he did it first. I'm like, shit.
Uh-huh.
Wow. I can't say hello now.
Wow. You are a right piece of shit today.
I'm just saying. How much better would it be if people pissed on your floor? You wouldn't have to anybody over at your house. It would be great. You could sit back and watch Netflix all day.
No, because then my house would smell like piss.
Well, no, it would take just one person to do it. And then you wouldn't let anybody in your house. And people come up to your house, why won't you let me in? I go, well, you going to piss on my floor? And you say, well, yeah, I want to say hello. And then you just don't let them in the house. And then you get to be a hermit, and you get to watch your fucking Tubi and Fantasy Island all day, and you don't get to do shit.
No, you're the one that wants to watch Fantasy Island all day.
And you could, since you're not part of society, not letting people in to piss in your house, you're considered mentally defective, and you can live off the teat of the government. I want this to be a thing. I want to be able to have.
You never want to be back in my house again, do you?
I just want a disability just enough that there's nothing really physically wrong with me, maybe just mentally, so I can't leave the house. Like, I want to be agoraphobic. How do you do that?
Agoraphobia?
Whatever it is. I guess I got to study up on it.
Have a legitimate fear of the outside.
I mean, what do you have to do to fake it? And so, see,
I don't know how to fake disability, Shane.
It's a complicated process because you have to have just enough fear of going outside, but you still got to make money to watch your streaming shows.
No, it's if you have a legitimate fear, like agoraphobia, that prevents you from leaving the house, it's called you qualify for Social Security insurance.
I'm just saying, I think I am an agoraphobic. I don't like leaving the house.
So it's usually not liking to leave the house, because I don't like leaving the house.
I literally dread leaving the house, but I'm not quite enough there. I'm just saying, I want to try to fake that one last bit, because I'm 98% there. I just need to talk to my social worker for that extra 2%, so I can be sitting in my house all day. It'd be fucking amazing. Then I finally will be bedridden. I think is what it will be. All I need is my dog and me. That's perfect. Okay, I go agoraphobic. It's just me and my dog. My dog's going to be dead in like 8 years. So I'm not going to make it 8 years because I'm going to be bedridden and I'm going to choke on a Twinkie. So it's a win-win for everybody. A win-win. Because, and I do live with my mom. So my mom at this point has remarried Burt Bacharach. And they're living in Las Vegas. They're happy. So it's just me and the dog. Just because I don't want my mom to see me dead. I'm just saying she's going to hear it from Burt Bacharach's secretary in Las Vegas. Yes, she'll be sad, but the point is, she'll hear that Olaf was fine because they didn't discover me for 3 weeks, but he had plenty to chew on. So he's perfectly fine. He goes to live in Las Vegas. He gets to run around the desert finding dead mob guys. I mean, it's a win-win for everybody. I mean, where's the flaw in the plan?
The flaw in the plan is you thought I was going to give you another 15 minutes of talking time, but no, I'm fucking ending it early today.
2 hours.
I can't deal with your shit anymore. This has been Two Geek Debate. We have been your hosts, Justin.
And Bob for now. Until we can Skype this. Can we Skype this?
What?
Well, if I'm going to be bedridden.
I mean, technically, yes.
Yeah, if I'm
we can do this remote.
Okay, awesome. Well, then, even though I'm bedridden in my house, I can still Skype it.
And
so
if
you're never losing.
And if you do want to help out the channel to keep it alive, !Rogue is our link for Rogue Energy. I drink Rogue Energy all the fucking time. It is delicious. It's good shit. It keeps me awake. Or we do have direct donation down below. If you want to give a direct donation to shut his fucking ass up.
Yeah, but what's the prizes?
Feel free.
You gotta have prizes.
The prize is it keeps the goddamn show running. That's the prize. You want to do a one-on-one bitch session with someone? Fine, that can be your shit.
Yeah, if they want to, I'll bitch about anything.
Well, and you come up with your price plans for how long?
$1. Because honestly, you can come see for free every day I'm at the comic shop.
Not everyone who watches is in the state.
Well, it's worth traveling for.
Oh my God. That is it for us. We have been 2 Geek Debate. We're out before I kill this motherfucker.